Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Now, we have two stories to take a look at in this one. We see where West Indies head coach Darren Sammy has made it clear that he's holding no grudges towards the umpires. According to Sammy, further discussions took place. The umpires admitted that errors were made and he is ready to move on. Sammy is ready to move on, right? Sammy also spoke about his team's readiness for the second game. We're also going to be taking a look at Australia's wicketkeeper Alex Carey, speaking about Steve Smith's possible return to the playing 11. Let's give a listening ear and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, we're going to be live this evening at 4 p.m. Now, if you're in Jamaica, that's around about 3 p.m. your time. All right? Now, let's get into it, my people. So, taking this first story here from the MSN website. So, all credit goes to them. The headline says, I hold no grudges. Sammy moves on from TV umpire debate. Now, the article starts and it says, West Indies coach Darren Sammy said that the match officials have admitted there were errors made during the first test in Barbados, but insisted he holds no grudges against Adrian Holstock, who will move from being the TV umpire to on-field in Grenada. So Adrian Holstock, who was in charge of who was the third umpire in the first game, will be on-field in the game in Grenada, right? Just a quick reminder, Sammy was fined 15% of his match fee and was also handed 1 demerit point for criticizing the officials. Now, this is Darren Sammy, and I quote, I said I wouldn't want my players to do that press conference because of the questions I think that would have been posted at them. Sammy went on to say, I strongly believed in what I said. Right? He goes on to say, we have had further chats. They have clarified some stuff. There has been some admission of error as well. This was Barbados and we're now in Grenada, so we have left that behind. End quote. So that is Darren Sammy letting it be known that, listen, they had further chats with the officials. The officials, obviously behind closed doors, they have admitted that there were some errors. But according to Sammy, they are ready to move on, right? Now, the article further goes on and states, asked whether he regretted his comments about Holstock. Sammy said, and I quote, I don't hold grudges. I said what I said based on what I saw. I have been punished for it. I wish Adrian all the best, to be honest. I mean, we're all human. I have nothing against the umpires. I really wish he has an awesome game in Grenada. So that is Darren Sammy there. Now the article goes on and it says, Australia have not been drawn into the debate around the umpiring, although they have admitted they came out on the right side of it in Barbados. But Alex Carey had fears his diving catch to remove hope would be given not out when he saw the replays on the big screen. And as we said, we're moving on from that, but that is Alex Carey there saying that, when he saw it straight away, he thought that he was going to, hope was going to be given not out. Right, talking about Alex Carey, this is what he had to say about Steve Smith. So this is him now, and I quote, he's a class player. I think anytime you add 10,000 runs back into the lineup, you're going to be pretty happy with it. So we'll wait and see. He went on to say, obviously, he's having a hit out here. He seems pretty confident and he's excited to get back in. But also, it's been tough at the top of the order. So to add, I guess, a little bit more experience would be good for the group. But we will have to wait and see. He went on to say, that Steve Smith, looks good. He says that he's having no pain. So it is looking good. End quote. So that is Alex Carey there, my people, talking about Steve Smith possibly returning to the team. So let us wait and see how all of that will work out. Now, back to head coach Darren Sammy. I probably should have added this before I spoke about Alex Carey. So Sammy, he took plenty of positives away from our performance in Barbados, right? But you know, he's saying that there needs to be a lot of improvement. There needs to be a lot of improvement. So this is Sammy again, and I quote: I think the biggest thing is we shot ourselves in the foot, right, during the first test. He goes on to say you cannot drop 7 catches against the world's #1 team and expect to compete. We have a lot of blame to take for the defeat, but there were also some positives. For the first 2 days, we were going head and shoulders against the #1 team, says Darren Sammy. All right, so Darren Sammy is just reminding us that, listen, Australia is the #1 team, so if you are going up against them, you cannot be making silly mistakes. You have to be taking your catches. You cannot be, giving away opportunities like that. So, and that is something that we discussed at length coming out of the first test. We have to take our catches. The batsmen need to be selective with their shots. You cannot be batting in the second innings. You know that you have 2.5 days to bat, and you are playing certain shots that you don't necessarily need to play at that time. You understand? Coming out of the first game, we've said it several times. The feeling is what let us down. You understand? Obviously, the batsmen did what the batsmen did what we expect, right? But if we can just be clinical, if we can be clinical in taking our catches, I think we will probably be a bit better. You understand? We know that the batsmen will do what they do, which is to just go and do whatever, right? The bowlers will continue to impress. But the least the batsmen can do, if they are not going to score the runs, at least take the catches. The bowlers have to stay out there on the field. They have to run in, over and over, time and time again. So the least the batsmen can do, stand in the slip, stand that third man, stand that goalie and take those catches, right? We will deal with the batting when it's their time to bat. But the least they can do is take the catches, right? So Darren Sammy going into the second test, he's positive. He's saying that for the first couple of days, we were head and shoulders with the #1 ranked team. Luckily for us, the game didn't go all 5 days. Right? It finished in 3 days. We were head and shoulders for 2 days. Don't know what would have happened if the game went all to 5 days. So hopefully we can be head and shoulders right up to the end of the game. Right? We are looking forward to the batsmen actually scoring some runs in this second game here. Right? So yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, my people. Are you looking forward to this game? Do you all think anything different will happen in terms of our batsmen possibly going out there and, scoring some runs? Big up.